Alright everyone, normally what I do is basically analysis, current events and stuff, but I thought it was time for at least a little bit of brief sort of audience appreciation. Because this morning, I was sent a link on Twitter from a user had made like a music video. Link in the description, by the way, it's hilarious. Which I guess sort of satirizes my online content with regards to. I'm still laughing. It was that funny. Trust me, just fucking watch it. Sort of talk, my war against the legacy media overlapped with the occult, and also as well my spice trip towards the end, which honestly was actually very funny, much funnier than the real thing, perhaps. So I thought I would talk a little bit about sort of some of the stuff that I like that people have sort of made and done. First and foremost, I do appreciate when people send me letters and stuff. For the most part, though, I ask that they not. Specifically because it's difficult for me to actually respond to it. Because normally, like if you're going to do that, it's easier for you to DM me on Twitter, in all honesty, literally save the trees. Because my inclination is when I get physical mail, I'm definitely not throwing it out. Like, that's, something to treasure, definitely. But at the same time, it's like I do have quite a stack of it already. And while I would love to be like, I'm 70 years old and, with a tear in my eye reliving the good old days when the internet existed before, Fallout becomes a reality, and the letters will glow in the dark, so it'll be really easy. Actually storing them at some point is going to become a problem. There's a lot of cats here and dust and stuff. I have a weird, perhaps eccentric decorating style for the most part. So while I appreciate, if it's important, that's one thing. Otherwise, maybe just send me a Twitter DM. But I do appreciate it, like when people have sent me stuff. I'm not throwing shade on anyone. Also, if you don't include a return address, especially if you're saying like flirty things to me, it is a little bit odd. But it's still funny, I guess. And then, like, look at this shirt. I'm not going to tell you who it is, or who it's based on, rather, this particular NPC, but if you find a name that rhymes with Herod Jolt, yeah, that's probably the person. And yes, one of my subscribers actually had this sent to me. I think had designed that as well, as well as there's another shirt with a spoon on it. Which is highly funny, but I wanted to specifically raise. It is kind of similar enough, I suppose. Lines are a little bit darker here. I need to darken this up. I've decided, this is unpopular. I did decide not to carve, by the way, the pumpkin NPC. This is more like the actual meme. I mean, it's not supposed to be carved. It's supposed to be blank and amorphous and cloying. That's the whole fucking point. So if I carve it, put light into it. It looks too vibrant, it looks too alive, so I'm not sure it's as much of an NPC. It's more of a thoughtful golem at that point. And then, like, people have sent me things. This is another thing. If you intend to send me anything, and some have, please at the very least tell me beforehand. And mostly people do, but if I get like a package out of the blue, how do I know it's not some explosive from Antifa? In all honesty, that is a worry. There are other people around who could get harmed. So like if I recognize someone, like if you're a regular, fucking Papa Hilatos is sending me a box of plushies or something. Okay, this is someone with a long established track record of commenting. They've hopefully messaged me first. I know who they are. That's a different story. But it's like my friend JD. I won't use his last name. I would assume he doesn't want me to. Sent me a whole box of like. Well, actually, fucking show you some of it. It's like these little soups. These are from Japan, I guess. Of course, I can't read them. I'm not even 100% sure, other than looking at the pictures, what's actually in them. Like this, I think, is egg drop soup. I think. This is, if I had to guess, it's got mussels or oysters or some shellfish in it. And look at this. This is a real good one. This is like dried octopus. I actually like this. I really like it. And so I'm really happy about that. But people have sent me some really thoughtful gifts and also made a lot of fan art. I've got a folder with like 30 or 40 different images in it. Made all sorts of weird videos like that leak video. In regards, look up Styx Hexenhammer leaks, and you can't, help but find it. Very funny stuff. So there's a lot of like humor out there. And it is really fun. It's fun to be sort of a walking meme because it brightens my day. Because one thing about me, for most of my life, my confidence level was fairly low. It wasn't until extreme stress that I had the ambition to work hard enough for self-preservation reasons only. Because of pure stress and belief I'd be like homeless or something. That's when, you know, the going got really tough, so I got going and then started to succeed and I started having more confidence. But once that happened and people started, like, you know, joking about spoons and stuff and making like the first time that someone made a picture of me, and that was years ago. Somebody, I think, had put it on Tumblr or Reddit or somewhere. And I saw it and I'm like, wow, this is great. Like, I never thought that someone would take the time, unless I paid them maybe, to actually make a picture of me. It was actually a little bit mind-blowing at the time, and it still is. Like, you know, I go to Twitter in the morning, I open it up, I get my fucking coffee, yeah, you know, again, walking meme, and I see someone's made this video, and I'm like, you know, I had my username in it, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, and someone made something funny for me. And then I go to it, it's like, kind of a fully fleshed out music video with effects and everything. I'm like, I don't know how long this would take. Probably a long time. If it were me, it'd take me years. In all honesty. I know. When I was back in fucking freshman year of college, video editing then was still in its infancy. I can remember one time my roommate there, he spent like 2 weeks on and off animating like a 20-second clip of him. He did salsa dancing, and it was sort of animated to make it look like he had a lightsaber. I thought it was pretty cool at the time, but I mean, it takes a long amount of effort for someone to put in the effort to make this kind of thing, or people have made like animations, or you know, really detailed art. I know it must take a while, so trust me, when you send me stuff like that, it does brighten my day. It often makes me laugh uncontrollably, especially if it's like off the wall. Like my sense of humor, if it's either really dark, grave humor, or it's stuff that it literally is funny because it doesn't make sense. I thought Dolan was the best meme that ever existed. I think the Andy Six Logs meme is hilarious. There is no point. There's no backstory, no point. It's just an elaborate sort of delusion, and that's what makes it funny. So yeah, I thought I'd just tell you all, yes, I do indeed very much love my audience. I love the participation. It's fucking hilarious. Like when people, you know, sometimes they'll go to someone else's stream or something and start posting spoons randomly. And I've seen this, like I'm not even, you know, present there, I'm just lurking, and all of a sudden there's someone like mentioning me and 5 people are posting spoon emoji or something. I find that funny. I find it fucking hilarious. Happens often on right-wing broadcasting after the lizard incident. If you don't know anything about that, just listen to their music and then imagine in your head a bunch of lizards pooping. And that's basically the gist of what I said originally, which got their moderators a little bit hot under the collar for a while. Then they realized, oh shit, this person, you know, has a large fan base. Maybe we shouldn't ban them and mistreat them from our chat. It's very, very funny at the time. It's sort of an extension of the ICQ days, really. That's about all. Peace out.